There's a little tip on the farm, like get you a hoe or something, and you can just lift the whole little bush up and get the berries without getting stabbed as much. And in a couple minutes, this is what we got. All right, and you can see I cut the winter crop down. You can see the soybeans coming in. Well, they're not just coming in, they've been there for a little bit. But yeah, they're coming in. And yeah, the reason for this, the reason for planting a cover crop, or you say a food plot, yeah, it is a food plot for, you know, the deer and birds and whatnot. But it does, you know, improve the soil, because I mainly plant legumes, which are nitrogen fixers. And, you know, it was a flooding problem out here, so it greatly reduced the flooding, because, you know, more water is absorbing into the soil, and then the plants are taking up the water too. And yeah, it's a multitude of reasonings. So yeah, at some point, you know, when I want to, you know, get some like golf course like turf grass, you know, I built up the nitrogen in the soil, and then, you know, with the flooding, the topsoil was eroding away too. So I'm trying to build up the topsoil too. So that's kind of the reasoning for that. And you know, I've been trying to avoid using any herbicides or pesticides, but like right up in there, we might have to do something right there. I don't know. Alright, and you can see a hawk right there in the tree. Let me zoom out. Yeah. Like, this Olive Street, like right there, it's like the busiest street in town. So, you can see, like, I'm right in the middle of the city. And it's not really, it's not all the way where I'm trying to get it to yet, but we getting there. I really want a park-like setting, and it's getting close. I got a pretty good plant diversity going, if you're really into that sort of thing. But that was another thing I really was trying to do, just multi-species. And at some point, you know, start doing some type of grazing, because I do think I'm gonna have to get some type of livestock to help me with managing this, like either goats or sheep. I'm really leaning more towards sheep, possibly even cattle, but we just gotta see. We just gotta weigh our options. But one of the main things I do want to do in this area, like do a little like walking trail, nature trail, like in this area, and probably start developing more on the front end. You know, I like the whole woodland garden thing. I visited Garver. I'm probably gonna go back and check out what they got going. But yeah, that's kind of like the thing. And you know, I'm going to cover crops till, you know, I get everything cleaned up, so it don't just go back to, you know, like that over there. And this is an area still needs a little attention, because you can see I started, but yeah, it's still pretty primitive over here. And yeah, I started about in March, but you can see like stuff grows up quick, so I'm going to have to come through and just chop down what I can, and you know, chop down what I can. The vines grow quick. I really came over here to see if there's some blueberries. I see some blueberry plants. I mean blackberries, but I don't actually see any blackberries. But I have seen some blackberries over here last year. So I'll let you know if I run into anything. I do see a few. I see a few. I don't see too many ripe ones or anything worth me trying to get to. But there's one decent one on top. You can see the difference right up here between you know, the cover crop, because back there, you know, I started off with a cover crop as soon as, you know, pretty much the trees came out the ground. I threw some seed down, and you see like it's not grown up like this. So yeah, I might actually end up spraying up in this area. I might, just because I'm one man. I can only do so much by myself. I'm just one man. Yeah, I think I got enough to do a little something with now. We you got 4 cups of wild blackberries. And to that, I'm gonna add Pinot Noir. Next step, you get a potato masher and you mash the berries and wine. Okay, after using a potato smasher, wait 48 hours and then go to the next step. And you can see it come out. I think I can probably do a little bit at a time. One hand so you can see it. And just wait for that. I ended up taking out the coffee filter. I'm probably I might try and run it through the coffee. No, I'm not even gonna worry about that at this point. I'm not gonna run through the coffee filter. I don't even. Okay, that just happened. But yeah, I think the strainer actually worked just fine. So yeah, here's what I'm left with. Okay, since I already removed the pulp, I'm actually gonna try the coffee filter again. Let's see how this goes. See how that works. Should come out a little better. I'll leave this a little cleaner final product. And since apparently this is going to take a while, I'm just going to go ahead and pour in my cup of sugar. Okay, in real life, I'm just going to tell you, skip the coffee filter. Just skip the coffee filter. And at this point, I turn the heat on and just mixing in the sugar with the juice and wine mixture. All right. And after 3 to 4 minutes on about medium heat, medium-low heat, just take it off the heat and then you're gonna wait for it to cool down. All right, it's cooled down. Now you add 1 cup of gin. All right. Stir it in and we'll be ready for bottling. And here's the finished product. You can see it's got a deep purple color, reddish purple. And it does taste kind of like jelly and candy. Jelly and candy is how it goes. Jelly and candy. Oh, and I did get 7 bottles this size, and that's just what was left over. So, yeah, I did get 7 whole bottles in that.